You built a real store, with real products people want, and right now you sell them one at a time to shoppers. But there is a second buyer you are ignoring, the retailer who wants to stock your product by the case. Shopify is pushing wholesale to a first-class channel, and its Faire partnership just got deeper. So selling business to business no longer means a separate platform. Before I show you how I build it, subscribe, because I turn one shift like this into a concrete revenue channel every single day. In this video I show you how I add a real wholesale channel to your store without breaking the direct-to-consumer setup you already rely on. First, why this is worth your attention. A single wholesale order can equal dozens of individual sales, and it lands without paying for another click, because the retailer came to stock what you already make. Direct-to-consumer revenue swings with ad costs and the season. Wholesale revenue is steadier, booked in larger blocks, and often reorders on a rhythm once a store sells through. For a lot of brands, opening wholesale is the fastest way to add a second income stream that does not depend on winning the ad auction every morning. You built the product. This is selling more of it to people who resell it for you. Here is why you cannot just sell wholesale through your normal store. A retailer does not buy one unit at retail price. They buy a minimum order, often by the case, at a price that leaves them room to resell. They frequently expect net terms, paying 30 days after delivery instead of a card at checkout, and different accounts get different pricing based on volume. Your direct-to-consumer checkout was built for a single shopper paying full price today, so bolting wholesale onto it creates a mess of discount codes and manual invoices that breaks the first busy week. Wholesale needs its own channel with its own rules. So the first build is a dedicated wholesale channel that lives beside your retail store, not on top of it. On Shopify that means a business channel with its own login, where approved retailers see wholesale pricing and everyone else sees your normal store. You keep a single product catalog and a single inventory count, so a case sold to a shop and a unit sold to a shopper both draw down the same stock, and you never oversell. New retailers apply, you approve the real ones, and only then do they see the trade pricing. One catalog, two audiences, no double bookkeeping. Next, the pricing, which is where wholesale makes or loses money. I build tiered price lists, so a small boutique and a large chain each get a rate that matches what they order, and set the minimum order value that keeps each deal worth fulfilling. For trusted accounts I set net terms with clear due dates, tracked automatically so nothing slips, and I protect your direct price, because if a retailer can undercut your own store, you have trained your best customers to buy somewhere else. The rule is simple. Wholesale pricing rewards volume, and it never drops so low that it competes with the store you built. This only scales if it runs mostly on its own, so I automate the retailer application, checking the basics and flagging a real business for quick approval instead of letting requests sit for days. Wholesale orders route into the same fulfillment queue as your retail orders, so your team packs from one list, not two, and I add a reorder nudge that watches a retailer's buying rhythm and reminds them before they run dry. Because a wholesale account that reorders on time is the most profitable revenue in the whole business. Set once, the channel brings buyers back without you chasing them. So here is how I can help. If you want to know whether wholesale fits your products and what it could add, I run a 72-hour audit for $497 and hand you a plan, the price tiers, the minimums, and the accounts worth chasing first. If you want the whole channel built, the approval gate, the tiered price lists, the net terms, and the reorder automation, I do that in a 14-day sprint that starts at $3,500. Comment the word wholesale if you want a second revenue channel, and subscribe, because tomorrow I take a real store and add wholesale to it, start to finish.